Welcome, chosen ones. Imagine this. You're seated at a table, set beautifully, blessings laid out in front of you, and right across the room are the very people who underestimated you, doubted you, even hoped you'd fail. But here you are, seated at a place prepared just for you. Not because you're perfect, not because you've somehow arrived, but because you're chosen. This isn't a scene of flashy victories. It's a profound moment of silent strength, of unshakable purpose. When God prepares a table for you in the presence of your enemies, it's not just to show off your success. It's a declaration that, despite opposition, you're protected, provided for, and deeply known. And let's be real. Blessings aren't always easy to hold in front of people who may resent you for them. This table is about character, not comfort. It's a call to stand tall, to find peace under pressure, and to know that the real victory is having your purpose affirmed right where others may wish it wasn't. So, what does it mean to be chosen? It means stepping into a place where you're lifted up, not by the applause of others, but by the quiet, unstoppable assurance that God's got you, no matter who's watching. This is your table, your journey, and it's only the beginning. I urge you to stay with me until the end as a dedicated guide for a thorough understanding. Starting with number 1, the table is not a reward, it's a test of character. A table set by God in front of your enemies isn't meant to flaunt your success or rub anything in their faces. It's deeper than that. This table is not a pat on the back or a trophy. It's a test of who you really are when eyes are on you, especially the eyes of those who don't want to see you succeed. The truth is, sitting at that table is about refining the kind of person you are under pressure, not celebrating a win. There's a difference between proving your strength and actually being strong, and this table pushes you to embody that strength. When you're at God's table, you're asked to show grace to those who doubted you, to carry yourself with dignity when it would be so easy to let pride or resentment take over. This is the kind of challenge that calls for more restraint than most people realize. It asks you to resist the urge to act out of ego or anger, even when you might feel like you've earned the right to. In fact, it's about letting go of that sense of deserving and focusing on who you're becoming in that moment. Anyone can celebrate a victory, but not everyone can sit at a table like this with a quiet strength and an open heart. And maybe that's what makes it so hard. Real strength, the kind that matters, means showing peace in the face of opposition, and knowing that your validation doesn't come from proving others wrong, but from staying true to your path. This is the table's test. Can you hold your ground with grace? Can you resist the pull of pride and anger? Can you be humble when everything around you is daring you to gloat? Because this isn't just a feast. It's an invitation to grow, to refine your spirit, and to understand that sometimes the greatest victory is staying grounded when others would expect you to rise with revenge. Number 2, God's provision exposes your enemy's weaknesses. When God sets a table for you, it's more than just a scene of blessing. It's a spotlight that reveals the gaps in those who've chosen to stand against you. It's not about you feasting while others go without, but about showing the deeper reality behind their resentment. Often, people who act as obstacles in your life, those who doubt you, criticize you, or even openly oppose you, are actually struggling with their own insecurities. This table set by God brings those struggles to light, exposing the voids in them that fuel their actions against you. When they see you blessed, succeeding, or receiving things they may have wanted for themselves, it triggers something uncomfortable within them. This discomfort doesn't come from what you have, but from what they feel they're lacking. God's table reveals that their opposition wasn't really about you. It was about their own fears, insecurities, and disappointments. Perhaps they see in you the courage they don't feel, the blessings they've been denied, or the growth they're still waiting for in their own lives. This revelation can be as humbling for you as it is for them. It pushes you to see beyond the surface of their hostility and recognize the brokenness driving it. The table God has prepared for you becomes a mirror reflecting the truth, not just of your own journey, but of the hidden pain and longing in others. This isn't about feeding your ego. It's about deepening your understanding. When you're able to see these cracks and insecurities in others, It invites you to respond with compassion instead of pride. You begin to understand that the strongest people are often those who can stay grounded, even when others' envy or insecurity would seek to shake them. In the end, God's table isn't just about showing others your blessings. It's a reminder that sometimes the greatest strength is having empathy for those who tried to bring you down. Number 3. Sitting at the table requires strength. Sitting at the table God has prepared for you takes an inner strength that not everyone possesses. While it may seem like a moment of celebration, of finally arriving, it's actually a space that demands resilience and maturity. When blessings come in the presence of people who wish you'd fail, the experience isn't comfortable, it's heavy. This isn't just about enjoying abundance. It's a spiritual test that asks, can you stay grounded and at peace even when others are silently rooting against you? Being blessed in front of those who resent you means feeling the weight of their judgment, their envy, even their disbelief. It's sitting down and choosing not to let their bitterness shake your foundation. That's no easy task. The truth is, God's table is a boot camp for the soul. It's there to push you past the need for validation from others and help you build a core that's unwavering, regardless of who's watching or wishing otherwise. The discomfort is part of the lesson. It refines you and strengthens you in ways comfort never could. This table asks you to let go of the temptation to defend yourself or gloat, even when it feels justified. It requires you to sit with humility and gratitude, resisting any urge to prove your worthiness to those who don't want to see it. This is real strength, knowing that you're exactly where you're supposed to be, and that your value isn't up for debate, no matter what others think. Some people may never understand this strength. They'll see only the blessings on the table, not the discipline it takes to sit there without pride or anger. But that's okay. God's table isn't for impressing people. It's about transforming you, teaching you that the greatest peace comes not from others' approval, but from a quiet, unshakable confidence in your path. Sitting at this table with grace, in the face of envy or resentment, is proof of a strength few people truly understand, and fewer still can master. Number 4. Grace in the presence of enemies is an art of warfare. Grace in the presence of your enemies is not just about being polite. It's a strategic choice that requires immense self-control. When you're blessed in ways that others can see, particularly those who doubted you or even tried to hold you back, it's tempting to let pride slip in, to want to prove a point. But real strength comes in resisting that urge. Grace, in this case, isn't weakness. It's a quiet but powerful form of strength that speaks volumes without a single boastful word. This kind of grace can disarm even the sharpest envy, diffusing resentment in a way that retaliation or pride never could. Choosing to carry yourself with grace in front of your enemies is a different kind of warfare. It's a decision to be unaffected by their opinions, to rise above their negativity without needing to make a show of your success. Grace doesn't require you to downplay your blessings, but it also doesn't invite you to flaunt them. It's a balance, a controlled, dignified response that says, I am blessed, but I don't need you to be less in order for me to be more. Grace doesn't feed into their jealousy, it starves it. There's no fuel for their envy to burn on because you're not reacting to it. This art of warfare means mastering your emotions when the easier path would be to react, to celebrate loudly, to push back against those who pushed against you. But by staying gracious, you show a depth of character that your enemies may not have expected. It confuses them, even silences them. There's power in this restraint because it leaves no room for retaliation. They may come to see that no matter how much they resent or criticize, you're anchored in something beyond their reach. In the end, grace is the weapon that holds you steady. It keeps your blessings unsullied by pride or arrogance, allowing you to enjoy them in peace. It's a reminder that true victory isn't about defeating your enemies. It's about refusing to be pulled into their bitterness, showing instead the quiet strength of someone who knows they are blessed without needing anyone else's approval. Number 5. A table of blessing is a spotlight on your growth. A table of blessing set before you is far more than a display of what you've achieved. It's a testament to your journey, to the inner growth that brought you here. God didn't set this table to highlight your perfection or make you a showcase for material blessings. Instead, it's a reflection of the resilience, courage, and transformation you've undergone. This isn't about the things you've accumulated or the accomplishments you've stacked up. It's about the person you've become through every struggle, every test, every moment of doubt and faith. The real spotlight is on the depth and strength of character that blessings can reveal. When God blesses you in visible ways, it isn't just to decorate your life with abundance, but to bring out and celebrate the growth that got you here. Each blessing speaks to a battle you've overcome, a sacrifice you've made, a lesson you've learned. It's not about what's on the table. It's about the story of becoming that each blessing represents. This is your testimony, your living proof that growth is possible, even in the face of challenges. People might see the blessings in your life, but they don't see the late nights, the prayers, the decisions, and the faith it took to keep going when giving up seemed easier. This table doesn't make you better than anyone else, nor does it mean you've arrived. It's just one chapter in your story, a reminder of where you started and how much you've grown along the way. The beauty of this table is that it reveals a deeper success, one that isn't measured by what you have, but by who you are becoming. Each blessing on this table is a marker of transformation, a testament that God saw not just where you were, but where you could be. This is not a display of trophies, but a powerful reminder that every step, every moment of growth has led you here, and that there's still more to come. The real victory is knowing you've been shaped by the journey, not just defined by its rewards. Number 6, it's not just about you, it's about legacy. When God sets a table for you in the face of opposition, it's not just a moment meant for your own fulfillment or satisfaction. It's about laying down a legacy that will outlast you. Every blessing you receive, every challenge you rise above, and every moment of grace you display under pressure becomes a model for those who come after you. This table isn't just about what you get to enjoy, it's about what you're showing others is possible. Handling blessings under fire is no easy feat. People are watching, not just to see if you succeed, but to see how you carry yourself when success comes with tension, scrutiny, or even resentment. The way you navigate these moments becomes a silent but powerful lesson for others. You're demonstrating that blessings don't always come in ideal conditions, that favor sometimes arrives right in the midst of those who doubted or opposed you. Your response in these situations becomes a pattern, a guide that others can look to when they find themselves at their own tables of blessing with eyes on them, some supportive and others skeptical. What you do here echoes beyond just your immediate life. Family, friends, community, even people you may not know personally, are impacted by your strength and integrity. By choosing to show humility, grace, and wisdom, you're not only honoring the blessings you've been given, you're teaching those who will follow you how to walk in strength and dignity as well. You're showing them that it's possible to thrive without letting success make you prideful, and to be blessed without belittling others. This table is your blueprint for legacy, a living example of resilience, wisdom, and faith that others can look to. When they face their own seasons of blessings under pressure, they'll remember your example. This isn't just about your journey. It's about leaving a path of strength and grace that others can follow. In that sense, every decision you make here contributes to a legacy that will last far longer than the blessings themselves. Number 7. Presence of enemies is a sign of elevation. When God sets a table before you in the presence of your enemies, it's more than a blessing. It's a sign you've reached a new level. The very fact that enemies are present shows that you've stepped into a place where your progress can't go unnoticed. People only take the time to criticize or envy when they see something worth paying attention to. It's uncomfortable, but it's also proof that you're not where you used to be. Enemies often appear as silent or open reminders of your growth, whether they're critics, skeptics, or people who secretly or openly wish to see you fail. The presence of these individuals isn't an accident. It's a byproduct of elevation. When you're doing things that matter, when you're stepping out of the ordinary and into your purpose, Your very existence can challenge others. Your growth can highlight others' stagnation. Your success can magnify others' frustrations. And your blessings can stir up insecurities in those who aren't where they want to be. But having enemies around doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It actually confirms you're doing something right. Their presence marks you as set apart, as someone whose journey and achievements aren't to be overlooked. You're no longer blending into the background, going unnoticed. You're standing out, and that alone can attract friction. It's a tough reality to face, but it's also an indication of strength, of purpose, and of the fact that you're moving in a direction others recognize as powerful. In these moments, it's essential to remember that enemies don't diminish the blessings on the table. They emphasize them. Their resistance doesn't take away from your success, but instead highlights the level you've reached. It's a reminder to stay focused, knowing that you're on a path worth defending and one that calls for resilience and grace. Elevation attracts attention, not all of it positive, but it's a sure sign that you're progressing beyond the ordinary. And in that, there's a quiet but undeniable power, knowing you're walking in purpose, not popularity. Number 8. Your enemies become witnesses to your resilience. Your enemies may never openly admit it, but their watchful eyes reveal something profound about your journey. When they see you thriving and at peace, even in the face of their resentment, it becomes a powerful testament to your resilience. While they might not express their admiration, every moment you maintain your composure amidst their negativity exposes an inner strength they can't ignore. You're not just surviving, you're flourishing, and that alone speaks volumes. Every time you choose grace over retaliation or joy over bitterness, you're presenting them with undeniable evidence of your character. They may wish to see you falter, yet you stand firm, showcasing a kind of steadfastness that challenges their perceptions. This is not just about enjoying your blessings, it's about how you handle them in a way that defies their expectations. The strength you exhibit is a clear reflection of an immovable core within you, one that remains unaffected by their opinions and struggles. It's a quality that few possess, and even fewer can truly appreciate when faced with their own insecurities. In witnessing your journey, they're forced to confront the realities of their own shortcomings. They see that your blessings are not mere strokes of luck, but are instead a culmination of hard work, determination, and an unwavering belief in your path. This revelation isn't just a blow to their pride, it's a challenge to their understanding of success and resilience. It compels them to rethink their own actions and attitudes, even if they never voice that struggle. Ultimately, your enemies become reluctant witnesses to your growth. While they might prefer to stay in their comfort zone of doubt and negativity, your peace disrupts that. It forces them to reckon with the strength you embody, a strength that is born from facing trials and remaining unshaken. This dynamic transforms them from mere adversaries into observers of your testimony, reminding them that true resilience is not about the absence of struggle, but about how one rises above it. In this way, your journey becomes a silent yet profound lesson, one that speaks of the power of staying true to oneself, no matter who is watching. Number 9. It's a reminder that blessings can be bittersweet. Enjoying blessings in front of enemies is far from a fairy tale. It's a layered and complex reality that requires emotional resilience and a nuanced understanding of what it means to be blessed. While on the surface, it may seem like a moment of triumph, the truth is that such blessings often come with an undercurrent of tension. When you're surrounded by those who resent your success, the experience is bittersweet. You can't help but feel the weight of their judgment, and the happiness of your blessings can be overshadowed by the reality that not everyone is celebrating with you. This duality makes it clear that blessings aren't just a sign of favor. They can also come with challenges that test your character. There's an emotional depth required to appreciate your achievements while recognizing that they might provoke jealousy or resentment in others. You might find yourself celebrating a significant milestone, yet feeling a twinge of discomfort knowing that some of the people around you wish you hadn't made it. This recognition doesn't diminish your joy, but it does add a layer of complexity to the situation. reminding you that good things don't always come without their complications. It's in this bittersweet space that true growth occurs. Navigating the tension of blessings surrounded by envy teaches you valuable lessons about humility and empathy. You learn to appreciate your successes while remaining sensitive to the feelings of those who may struggle with their own shortcomings. This awareness fosters a sense of gratitude that isn't just about enjoying what you have, but also understanding the broader implications of your journey. It challenges you to embrace the full spectrum of life's experiences, recognizing that every blessing can come with its own set of challenges. Ultimately, this bittersweet reality compels you to maintain perspective. It's a reminder that blessings, while wonderful, can evoke a range of emotions, and it's okay to acknowledge the complexity of those feelings. By embracing this truth, you cultivate resilience and wisdom, allowing you to enjoy your blessings while remaining grounded in the reality that not everyone shares in your joy. This deeper understanding becomes a part of your journey, enriching your experience and enabling you to handle both your successes and the reactions of others with grace. Number 10. The table is proof you don't need validation from others. The table set before you, even in the presence of those who may never celebrate your success, is a powerful statement of your journey and purpose. It stands as proof that your blessings are not contingent on external validation or approval. You might find yourself in a room filled with people who have doubted you, who have whispered behind your back, or who simply refuse to acknowledge your achievements. Yet despite their silence or disdain, the blessings you enjoy remain unchanged. This table is a bold declaration. You don't need applause or affirmation from others to recognize your worth. The truth is that your validation comes from a much deeper source. It's rooted in your purpose and the journey that led you here. God's blessings reflect a divine alignment with your path, showing that you are on the right track regardless of others' perceptions. When you realize this, it liberates you from the need to seek approval from those who may never give it. You begin to understand that your achievements are valid because they resonate with your purpose, not because they fit someone else's expectations or desires. Sitting at this table reminds you that true fulfillment comes from within. It's about knowing you are blessed, not because of what others think, but because you've worked hard, remained faithful, and stayed true to your vision. This realization can be profoundly empowering. You become less concerned about how others perceive your journey and more focused on how you can use your blessings to uplift and inspire those around you. Moreover, this table also serves as a reminder to those who choose not to celebrate your success. Your unwavering confidence in your purpose and your ability to thrive despite their scrutiny may eventually provoke reflection on their part. They are witnesses to a truth they may struggle to accept, that you don't need their validation to flourish. In a world that often equates worth with recognition, your journey stands as a testament to the power of intrinsic motivation and divine purpose. Ultimately, this table is a celebration of your resilience, reminding you that blessings come not from the applause of others, but from the deep understanding that you are exactly where you need to be. Number 11. God's table exposes who truly has your back. When God elevates you and sets a table before you in the presence of your enemies, it acts as a revealing moment, shedding light on who truly has your back. In these pivotal instances, you'll begin to see clearly who is genuinely rooting for your success and who might be harboring resentment or secretly hoping for your downfall. This moment of elevation is more than just a personal triumph. It becomes a litmus test for relationships, revealing the true nature of those around you. As you rise, you'll notice a shift in the dynamics of your connections. Some individuals who once stood by you during challenging times may suddenly reveal their true colors. Their support may have been conditional, tied to your struggles rather than your victories. When you experience blessings, they might retreat, feeling threatened by your success or uncomfortable in the light of your achievements. This is a stark reminder that not everyone who walks alongside you in hardship will celebrate your victories. The table you sit at serves to distinguish between those who were with you in struggle and those who genuinely want to see you thrive. On the other hand, You'll also discover the individuals who stand firmly in your corner, even more supportive than before. These are the people who celebrate your elevation, not just because they care for you, but because they believe in your potential and have faith in your journey. Their joy for your success is authentic and heartfelt, demonstrating a true commitment to your growth. They lift you up, not out of obligation, but out of genuine admiration and respect for the work you've put into achieving your blessings. This exposure can be painful, but it's also liberating. Understanding who truly supports you allows you to foster deeper, more meaningful relationships and to be intentional about the company you keep. It clarifies your circle, guiding you toward those who resonate with your purpose and aspirations. In essence, God's table does more than showcase your blessings. It acts as a magnifying glass, illuminating the intentions and loyalties of those around you. This clarity equips you to build a support system grounded in genuine love and encouragement, fortifying you as you continue to rise. Ultimately, it reminds you that true allies will stand beside you not only in your struggles, but also in your successes, celebrating every step of your journey with you. Number 12. Your enemies become unintended promoters of your success. Whether they intend to or not, your enemies often become the most unlikely promoters of your success. As they watch you thrive, even in the face of their skepticism or resentment, they inadvertently contribute to your narrative. Their presence amplifies your achievements, turning their negativity into a catalyst for your growth. Each time they express doubt or disdain, they draw attention to your blessings, making it impossible for others not to notice the contrast between your success and their bitterness. In this way, your enemies inadvertently spread the story of your journey far and wide. When they gossip or whisper about your achievements, they're essentially providing free publicity. Their reactions can spark curiosity in others, prompting questions about how you manage to overcome obstacles and rise above challenges. People become intrigued, wanting to learn more about your path and the resilience you've shown. Even if they didn't set out to do so, your enemies play a significant role in elevating your profile and spreading your story. Moreover, their negative attitudes often highlight the authenticity of your success. When others see that you've risen above adversity, it adds credibility to your achievements. It becomes clear that your blessings are not mere strokes of luck, but are a result of hard work, determination, and unwavering faith. In contrast to the naysayers, your journey showcases a powerful narrative of triumph over adversity, reinforcing the idea that success is possible even when faced with opposition. As your enemies continue to watch and react, they inadvertently create a ripple effect, encouraging others to rally around you. Those who appreciate your resilience may become more vocal in their support, turning your enemy's negativity into motivation for others to cheer you on. This dynamic creates a community of allies who recognize the significance of your journey and are inspired by your ability to thrive despite challenges. Ultimately, while your enemies may wish to see you fail, their actions can serve as a powerful reminder of your strength and purpose. They become part of the story that illustrates how you have faced challenges head-on and emerged victorious. In this sense, your enemies transform from mere adversaries into unintentional advocates, reminding everyone that your journey is one of resilience, fortitude, and undeniable success. Number 13. Blessings before enemies demand extreme self-control. Sitting at God's table in the presence of your enemies is not just a moment of celebration, it's a profound test of character that demands extreme self-control. When blessings abound and you find yourself surrounded by those who may not wish you well, the temptation to boast or respond with arrogance can be strong. However, it is in these very moments that true strength is revealed, not through loud proclamations of success, but through the quiet grace of humility and gratitude. The challenge lies in recognizing that your blessings are not a reason to gloat, but rather an opportunity to reflect on the journey that brought you here. Every success carries with it the weight of hard work, sacrifice, and sometimes pain. Acknowledging this reality fosters a sense of humility, reminding you that you are not above anyone else despite the elevation you've achieved. Maintaining this perspective can be incredibly challenging, especially when surrounded by those who may wish to diminish your achievements. Yet, Choosing restraint in these moments showcases a strength that speaks volumes about your character. Exhibiting self-control means resisting the urge to respond to envy with hostility or to flaunt your blessings to prove a point. Instead, it calls for a commitment to stay grounded, to celebrate your victories without undermining others. This level of self-discipline not only reflects maturity but also highlights your understanding of the complexity of success. You are aware that, while you may be elevated now, the journey of life is unpredictable, and today's blessing could be tomorrow's challenge. Furthermore, when you display this kind of restraint, you create a powerful contrast between your character and the negativity around you. Your enemies may wish to see you falter, but your ability to maintain grace and composure turns the tables, emphasizing that their resentment will not sway you. In doing so, you send a clear message. Your success is built on a foundation of resilience and humility, not ego or pride. Ultimately, the self-control you exhibit while enjoying your blessings amidst opposition becomes a testament to your strength and growth. It transforms what could have been a moment of conflict into an opportunity for reflection and inspiration, showing not just your enemies, but also those who support you. The true essence of success lies in how you carry yourself, regardless of who is watching. Number 14. A table in the presence of enemies reminds you, God alone is your source. A table set before you in the presence of your enemies serves as a powerful reminder that God alone is your source of strength and sustenance. In moments of elevation, especially when surrounded by those who doubt you or wish to see you fail, it can be easy to become distracted by the desire to prove them wrong. However, the true purpose of this table is not to seek validation from others, but to reaffirm your focus on God, who is the ultimate source of your security, joy, and success. When you find yourself in the midst of criticism or jealousy, this table invites you to look beyond the noise and remember that your worth is not contingent upon anyone else's approval or opinions. God's blessings are a reflection of His grace and purpose in your life, and they serve as a testament to His unwavering support. In acknowledging this, you free yourself from the burden of needing to justify your journey to those who may never understand it. Instead, you can draw strength from the knowledge that your accomplishments are part of a divine plan, crafted by a source that transcends human judgment. This reminder also instills a sense of peace amid adversity. When you understand that your joy and success come from God, you can remain centered, no matter the circumstances around you. Your enemies may try to shake your confidence, but by keeping your eyes fixed on the one who sustains you, you cultivate a resilience that is unshakable. You realize that their opinions hold no weight against the truth of your identity and purpose in God's eyes. Moreover, this perspective shifts the narrative from a battle for approval to a celebration of faith. Rather than feeling pressured to defend your journey or accomplishments, you can simply express gratitude for the blessings in your life. This mindset not only strengthens your resolve, but also invites others to witness the power of unwavering faith. Your focus on God becomes a beacon of hope, illuminating the path for others who may also be struggling with doubt or insecurity. Ultimately, sitting at this table in the presence of your enemies is not about competing or proving anything to anyone. It's about deepening your connection with God, recognizing Him as your true source of joy and success. This clarity empowers you to rise above the noise, allowing you to embrace your blessings with humility and gratitude, knowing that you are anchored in a purpose far greater than the opinions of those around you. In conclusion, in the end, a table prepared by God in the presence of your enemies is about so much more than success or validation. It's about learning who you are when no one is cheering, when the people around you might rather see you fall. It's a test of whether you can stay humble, grateful, and focused when your blessings come under a watchful, sometimes envious eye. This table isn't just a place to feast. It's a place to grow, to see who truly supports you, and to recognize that your worth and purpose come from God alone. There's a quiet strength in sitting at this table, knowing that your peace and security don't depend on the approval or applause of others. It's a reminder that no matter the doubts or whispers around you, you are right where you need to be. Your success doesn't need to be proven to anyone but the one who prepared this table for you. Ultimately, God's table isn't just a display of blessing. It's a testament to resilience, purpose, and the faith that got you there. It's a space where you can be fully at peace, regardless of who's watching, because you know that the one who put you here will continue to guide you forward. Thank you very much for watching until the end. You are blessed.